welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm Jared. I'm here with Jeff.
Problem with the Brothers of Destruction one is that
they weren't a legit team?
No, they were a legit team, but they're using the picture of Kane from like 98 and a picture of Undertaker from like 04.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, they weren't a real team as far as they didn't strictly wrestle in the tag division. They only...
They held tag belts. They were the WCW tag team champions.
They were the last ones, right? When they blended them?
I don't know.
Bojangles has wrestling cups.
Bojangles.
Otherwise, I'd never go to Bojangles.
I have.
You don't like Bojangles? I like Bojangles.
I like Bojangles better than Popeyes.
And
I like KFC.
Depends on what you're getting.
No, KFC is shit.
KFC is the worst.
Yeah.
I like Redner's over KFC.
That's true.
I'll see they have a sandwich combo or something I saw in the windows. A WWE sandwich combo.
Yeah,
but you can just buy the
drink.
cup.
Yeah.
Oh. What's the sandwich combo? Is anything?
It's just a crispy
It
chicken.
comes with the fucking thing.
Oh, I thought it was like a pile driver sandwich or something. Like I didn't know if they...
No, that's Hulk Hoagie's. They have wrestling themed
You gotta.
sandwiches.
Do you have to go there?
I gotta try that.
We gotta go back and try a different sandwich.
But they don't have cups.
So, big weekend in wrestling.
Boom, boom, money in the bank. Show you what you
Well, I think
drank.
it started Friday, did it?
Oh, it was Friday.
New tag champs?
Who? What?
Oh, yeah, SmackDown.
DIY won.
Oh.
Ciampa and Gargano. They beat Theory and
Yep.
Waller.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't see it. I just
I
saw they
mean,
won.
cool that we're still getting new. Like, they're still different.
That's their
tag
first
champs.
belts ever? The
No.
main roster, I mean.
Yeah,
Main roster,
Oh,
yeah.
main roster, yeah.
R-Truth tweeted out, congrats to DX.
DIY DX.
Yeah, so the women's and the tags were both on Raw and SmackDown instead of the pay-per-view.
Not in the pay-per-view.
Sorry, PLE.
And the U.S. wasn't on?
Who the fuck's the U.S. champion?
I don't know.
They're also coming out with women's.
Oh, Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Well, that would be why. He's probably not
Women's-
allowed in Canada.
Women's Intercontinental and U.S. titles.
We only see like 6 women. Same girls all the time.
I'll tell you what. The women's match on NXT was fucking phenomenal. The women's North American, sorry.
The
match
fucking
was phenomenal.
four-way.
I didn't. Everyone I read online was the women's Money in the Bank was the best match.
It was. I went back and watched clips of it. I did not watch the whole thing.
I will say, for Money in the Bank,
Showed you what you drank.
I thought the men's was better until 3/4 of the way through the women's. They fixed it.
So the men's, first off, Amber and I watched it together for a little,
There's
and
a fucking fly and it's gonna.
we
piss me off.
thought that Gable was going to die. Who? No, LA Knight. I really did think he was going to suplex him from the top of the ladder through the ladder that was set up outside. They got me because he once I realized it, like in that half second of realizing Gable's up, his back is facing the ladder. LA Knight's on top of the ladder. He's gonna run up, and I'm like, no fucking way. He's gonna die. There's no way this is gonna happen. And they didn't. They luckily did not go for that.
He did
spot.
suplex him from the ring to the
from the
yeah.
ring.
Well, I saw.
But they made it. They did it well enough that I thought it was actually gonna happen.
Gable was hanging from the thing.
That
too.
was, dude. That front bump.
And yeah, that was a great bump.
So good.
But
What a good sell.
I saw Jay setting up, and I'm like, he's not gonna spear him, is he?
Yeah, I was like, what's he gonna? Is he gonna spear him? Is he gonna like jump and super kick him? What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
At first I thought, oh, he's going to redo the Edge Hardy thing, but he's way
He didn't
too
have
low.
a ladder. Yeah.
I know, even if he gets on the top turnbuckle, he's not high enough.
No, I didn't know what he
And
was
then
gonna
Gable
do.
fell. I thought, oh, he's going to spear him as soon as he hits the ground. But then he didn't. It was like,
Yeah, and then Gable, I will say, a front bump, a bump in general from that height, but a front bump.
the front bump, and the fucking quick upsell.
Yeah,
It was
to turn into the spear. Yeah.
Chad
fucking-
Gable,
yeah.
He's great. He really is.
Chad Gable.
raw
amazing.
fucking Vo. He made that match, and I thought, man, this isn't really Gable's match. You know, he's a ground guy. What the fuck's he gonna do with ladders?
I will say, anybody in that match, I could see winning.
Nah, Carmelo.
Yeah, you call you.
Well,
can
He's,
say-
yeah,
he's not has been there
although
long
he's
enough.
a very good cocky heel.
Yeah,
But
not mellow, but
Well, I like Carmelo. I'm just saying.
I was 98% sure Drew was winning. And
Yeah.
I was 98% sure what happened was going to happen.
Yep.
So that is why I stopped watching midway through the Seth match because I kind of saw where this was going. They kept referring to it.
And
literally Drew got the Money in the Bank. They were like, and we got Seth Rollins and Damian Priest coming up later tonight. It's like, okay.
And it
Thanks for reminding us.
In the beginning of the match, wasn't Seth like, come on, Drew, come on out?
Yeah, they kept doing it.
Yeah, so.
But Drew, so the thing about that is Drew always complained about Money in the Bank because he said it's a cheap way out. So as soon as he got it, I'm like, he's going to cash in early.
Yeah, of course. But he did it in style of not taking the cheap way
Seth
out.
Rollins.
He did the
Because he could have cashed in on Damian like Damian did to him. He could be like, no, I want you Monday night or whatever.
So speaking of Damian, he fucked up.
I'm a little... Man, I was not buying a lot of people talking about, oh, Damian botches a lot and all this. And I'm like, shit.
I don't know.
Now,
Clash of the Castle, he got his foot tied. It's not necessarily all of his fault.
Yeah.
But this one at Money in the Bank,
this was bad.
Yeah. The ref
He did
literally
kick
just
out.
stopped counting.
And the camera was on him full send.
During the press conference, that was brought up.
Yeah.
And
Hunter just said, sometimes I will be talking to the ref about that. Things happen.
That's all over.
But you are taught, a lot of refs are taught, you count.
Yep.
If they don't kick, that's their fault.
And that was before the cash-in, right?
Yes. So the theory is what's going around, the rumor, I should say, what's going around the internet is that production fucked up, and that was Drew's cue.
I can see that, yeah.
And
to break up the pin.
Damian was like, "Where, you know, what?" But
even Damian
the
should
professionalism
kick out.
from Damian, you should have still kicked out.
Yeah.
You know that count. 1, 2, at 2.5, that music didn't hit yet. I'm kicking no matter what.
Yeah.
And then improvise until he shows up.
Yeah.
Where's Vicky? Where the hell's Vicky? I'm done.
As soon as Drew came out, I'm like, so it's going to go one of two ways.
No, it was exactly what we said earlier in the
Either
day.
Drew wins and Punk ends up somewhere later, or Punk fucks him. And it ends up...
We are going uncensored on Netflix, so maybe Punk will fuck him.
and it ends up being that Punk beat the shit out of Drew, which in return also cost Seth a future title shot.
Good Seth. And Damian's supposed to be mad because he wanted to win on his own without help or interference.
So that one...
So did Balor come out, though?
No.
Yeah. Did you? There was a really weird,
Yep.
like, Balor interaction right before the match.
Yep.
right before he went out, they said about...
He
Stay
was like,
back
whatever
here.
you say, boss.
I don't want help. He stared at him.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want
And he
anybody
was like-
interfering. And he goes like, yeah, we got
Well,
you.
no, he
Whatever.
said it to all of them,
Yeah, they
and then he
looked
looked
right at Finn.
right at Finn, and Finn was looking at everybody else, and then turned back and was like, "Oh,
Whatever.
whatever you say, boss."
Yeah, they're turning him.
It's a slow...
Are they turning Damien or Finn?
I think Damien's turning face.
Well, see, that's why I thought Seth would win. If Seth won, Damian left Judgment Day. So I thought Finn would come out and fuck over Damian.
I thought Drew would win,
But-
and that would get, and CM Punk would eventually become champion from that.
It's gonna
SummerSlam,
it's gonna be
you
a
know.
triple threat, right?
Or at this point, it'd be a four-way.
Punk, Seth, and Drew.
No.
Because
No.
Seth
You
is
have
pissed.
to. No. This has to be a street fight now. This has to be like no holds barred arena brawl.
Yeah, Drew
Seth-
kept
between
like, I
Punk
hate
and
you.
Drew.
I'm going to
Seth
close
is-
on you.
This
Seth
is
is pissed, though.
if those if CM Punk gets to come out and go, it's clobbering time. Drew did something wrong. Drew should be beating the living fuck out of CM Punk the next time
You should
they
be
see
dragging
each
him to
other.
the ring.
Yeah. So like this match, fuck it. It's SummerSlam. Let's do 1996 callback. We have a fucking boiler room brawl.
well, that's if Drew can wrestle. No, he'll wrestle. Adam Pearce suspended him.
Suspended him.
Indefinitely.
It's fine. We're going to SummerSlam with Punk and Drew, and it's got to be a knockout,
But
drag out brawl.
remember when Punk returned? How pissed Seth was. That's what Seth did after the match. So I
Got to give credit. That's the hottest storyline going.
So,
And
Seth's
Punk's
just
not
also
wrestling.
really good at selling things because we
Well-
thought him and Cody, we thought he really hated Cody.
I'm sure he didn't like him, but I feel like with Punk, it's sort of like that.
Did you watch the documentary?
No.
First person that hugs Cody when he gets to the back, Becky. So I'm pretty sure if her husband hates this motherfucker,
But
you know,
I feel like Seth and Punk is sort of like Edge and Matt, where like I fucking hate you.
I don't think so.
But we're
Even
in,
now, they're cool.
we're in the
I don't think so.
ring. We're
I
in
don't
the
think
ring. I'm gonna fucking.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's all just an act. I think it was just because at the time that was where they were going with it.
And Punk got hurt.
I mean, they said it on the documentary.
Yeah,
They
it
were
was
going-
supposed to be Seth and Punk.
Punk, yeah. Punk got hurt. Seth got hurt.
I feel like somewhere along the line.
Punk's wrestled one match since he came back, and look at he's
2 matches.
still in the top storyline.
But
2
I
matches.
feel like at some point this is going to lead.
Well,
to,
was the Rumble count as a match?
Yeah,
Okay, then
It's going to lead to Punk getting.
he was in the
title
Rumble.
somehow.
yeah.
I don't know how, but
What's that?
Punk getting the title.
Yeah, I think it would eventually go to Punk getting the belt. You can make it a number 1 contender match.
And then
Yeah.
Seth beats Damian.
I
I thought you just said Seth doesn't get another title shot.
I don't know how they're going to do that since Drew made it a triple threat.
He didn't
And
win the belt.
technically Seth didn't lose.
Yeah, but he didn't win. This was your one shot to
yeah,
win.
Damien said if you don't beat me,
Yeah.
he didn't
So he
say
didn't win.
anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
Also, Damian, Adam Pierce, he might change that. I don't know.
I didn't see what happened. I know Adam Pierce got his ass kicked or something.
Well,
No, he didn't really get his ass kicked. He got
Elbowed.
he got elbowed.
draw.
Oh,
Yeah, Drew like threw his elbow back and got him.
Tell you
and
what-
then Wade, who
we
I
might
thought-
see Wade in the ring.
I thought when I first saw him get up, I was like, oh, he's gonna get his face. Are we gonna see Wade versus Drew? But now it was more like he was talking Drew down. But man, I really thought it was gonna be like, fuck yes, give me Wade Barrett back.
so this was like,
Post conference.
oh, okay.
Post. They did it a lot differently for this one.
Yeah.
Instead of just going right into the press conference, they did like the post show, and then the post show would lead to the press conference, and then they come back to like the panel, and they would talk about stuff, and then
So
it
who
would
was-
go
I saw Big E. Was he out there?
Big E,
Wade, you said?
Wade, and the girl. What's her name? Kelly something.
I don't even think it was Kathy Kelly. It was somebody else.
No, Kathy Kelly's. That's not Kathy Kelly.
It's somebody else.
I don't know that. I
So
don't
then
like
Drew
her.
came out and was
He was pissed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he started like screaming at the camera and shit. And
Refs
then
tried to stop him. and
refs,
then
he threw the refs off, and then Adam came from behind him, and that's when he got the elbow, and that's when Wade got up and like backed him down.
Tell you what, somehow out of
probably
this,
friends in real life. I'm guessing.
yeah.
I mean,
I think I believe they are.
yeah, but somehow in this whole situation,
They're both from that side of the world where there's a bunch of white people.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
I mean, Sheamus is in there too. So
Exactly.
Corey Graves did say he got cleared, and
Corey got cleared?
Yeah, Corey Graves has been around Punk a lot, like separating Punk from.
he was talking to somebody too during the pay-per-view, wasn't he? He came out from behind the announce table and was talking to somebody.
Might have been Seth and Punk.
I don't know.
Was it?
Seth was getting in Punk's face, so we might see Corey Graves eventually, and we might see Wade back.
I like that. I'd
Yeah.
like Wade. I didn't like Corey Cross.
Corey Graves.
Corey Graves.
I never saw him in NXT.
So this whole Punk thing might.
I saw him one time at a house show and he beat Ted DiBiase Jr.
I watched him in NXT. It's whatever. He's not bad. It's not like he bored me. He's
Doesn't
just
stand
not,
out.
No, not really.
He's a better Darby.
No.
So and Tiffany Stratton won the women's.
I figured that. That match. there
She
was only-
deserved it. I think she's the only one that really made
Well,
sense.
in that match, I thought there were two winners.
I thought Chelsea Green.
Yeah, either Chelsea.
I thought Chelsea Green would have done really well.
She would have been a funny winner.
I didn't watch it, but I heard she got a big pop for being a heel.
Yeah, I didn't know
The
she was
crowd went
Canadian.
nuts.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
but that's funny. I didn't know Sean Spears was Canadian.
I figured he was.
Yeah.
On his figure, his logo.
On the chairs.
Oh, it is the
It's
Maple
flat,
Leaf.
but it's with a skull.
Oh, that's right.
I fucking wish Sean won that.
Well, let's finish the Money in the Bank.
So, the women's, I figured it was either Tiffany or Chelsea. Chelsea would be more so of like a gimmick type.
You're skipping over fucking
Oh, Sami Zayn's match.
Sami
was good.
Zayn and Braun Breaker.
Braun's
Oh my
first
god,
loss on the main roster?
so good.
Is that what they said? Is
So
his first
so
pinfall
many
loss?
times I thought, oh yeah.
Here's my
they're definitely
thing
giving
with
it to
that
Breaker.
match.
Oh no, Sammy's keeping it. Oh no, they're definitely giving it to Breaker.
Yeah.
Oh no, Sammy's keeping it.
Here's my thing with
I was
that-
so back and forth.
That was a good match.
That finish, I didn't like.
Why?
Only one kick. You're building up Braun to be this
Hey,
monster.
but wasn't there a move before that where Braun was supposed to be a little like...
Yeah, Braun was selling a lot.
But Gunther took how many?
Sammy needs to stop selling so hard early in a match. It's like, fuck, you can't spend 19 out of 25 minutes selling.
Yeah.
You are a champion. You can't be the underdog the entire match.
I figured
Like, he was selling like death from
He's
the
supposed to be, I guess,
fucking
because
go.
Braun is bigger and stronger and was beating him up, tossing him around. But
Yeah.
I figured they wouldn't give Braun the belt yet.
But watching that match, there were times where I thought, oh, maybe he is getting it.
Move that. I don't think it's in frame, but just move that out.
This?
Yeah. I didn't realize that's not on.
Because Sammy could lose that and it won't hurt Sammy. His popularity's,
Well, now you can't edit that out.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a little bit, all right? It's been a couple weeks. What other... There was another match. What opened?
No, there wasn't. No, Money in the Bank.
Men's Money in the Bank.
opened. Well, I was surprised.
Then
that
Sammy.
I wasn't, because that was another
To give
stamp on
Drew
exactly what we called was going to
to
happen.
come back.
Yeah, but you could have done the men's before the
No.
title.
No, he's fresh.
I would say what I said in the group chat. Like, Bailey's won the belt at Mania and has done nothing. What has she done?
Yeah.
She was on the last, 3 pay-per-views, was she?
Yeah, I don't know.
She's not
I
in
didn't
any
watch Clash of
storyline
Castles,
feuds. She's just doing nothing. Is she hurt? Or
No.
is she... She won the belt. Okay, great. Now we got nothing for you.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, both women. Liv
Yeah.
hasn't done much.
Yeah,
Liz got
Liv's in a
Dominic
side
and-
story, but that's just building to Liv and Rhea when
Rhea.
Rhea comes back.
Rhea come back as a face.
Well, they were
Rhea
doing
got
the same thing.
Rhea
with
got
Rhea.
hurt, so they pivoted and were like, "Look, we don't want to go anywhere else with this story yet. So how do we keep this story going? We do it with Liv and Dom. Then when Rhea comes back, we have
So, do you see...
But what's Bailey doing?
Where's...
that. I don't know.
So, Liv and Dom, right? That's the focus, but Finn and Liv.
Yeah, I think at SummerSlam we're not even gonna get a match. I think we're gonna get Rhea and Dom versus Finn and Liv.
Or do you think that's where, Dom is kind of veering towards Liv and Rhea and Priest are...
No, think about it like Jericho, Christian, Trish, Lita. I think that's where it's going. I think it's in that storyline.
Rhea has to come back as a face.
Yeah,
At this
she's
point,
over.
right?
Yeah.
She was over as a heel.
This is what happens.
Liv is
Heels
a
get
face.
hurt. No.
She's doing heel
This is heel.
things.
Liv's a
This
heel.
is great heel work.
Stealing someone's man isn't heel?
And
think-
everyone knows, except Dominic, that she doesn't even really want him.
But I
And
think
even
Judgment Day...
Just to get at Rhea.
Yeah.
I think Judgment Day as a whole is face.
I think Judgment Day. No.
I
Well,
think they're a popular heel group.
I think
When Finn or Priest, whoever turns, Finn is...
it's not a turn.
And Judgment Day are going to be
I think
face.
Finn is going to be the heel. Leaving Judgment Day. Judgment Day is not going to be a thing anymore. Priest is going to be on his own because this is the whole thing. He wants to prove himself on his own. Finn's going to stay heel out of it because he is the good heel. Because you guys didn't see fucking Prince Devitt as a heel. That motherfucker was a great heel. He had all of Japan hating him.
The
I like-
heel we saw was in NXT with
Yeah, I like-
Gargano.
I like Finn.
Well,
in NXT.
take what he's doing now with Judgment Day and add a real fucking dominant group, beating every legend, every Japanese superstar that there is. Throw him at me, and if you come for the Prince, you best not miss.
Here's a... I
He'll
was
probably
really...
take McDonough with him. That's his boy.
They're
Yeah.
tag champs, yeah.
I mean, when that group splits up, Madonna will go with
Which,
him anyway.
good
Sucks
J-
for Carlito
Good for JD.
Yeah,
because he's gonna be lost in the mix.
Fucking JD got trained by Finn. They look alike, and now they're tag champs.
They don't look alike.
They do.
I,
They're just both Irish.
I'm
they
watching
look
Money in the Bank, and Andrade came out. I'm like, oh shit, that's right, he's back here. I completely forgot.
I know, and I liked his gear too.
So did I. I'm like, that's right, he came back at the Rumble.
I thought Finn was going to win.
He had a huge WrestleMania moment
I just forgot. He hadn't really done anything.
with Jason Kelsey and somebody else.
I thought Finn would win Money in the Bank, and then
Lane
when I saw
Johnson?
he didn't win the match.
We have some Eagles players, yeah.
When he didn't win the match, I assumed it was Drew. Because I thought Finn would do that whole thing with Damien. Since last year, Damien kind of, and then
then
obviously the Bloodline match.
Main event.
Solo, by the way, fucking Tonga Loa sucks.
What did he do?
He's definitely the weakest of them.
Is he?
So it was Solo and Tonga and Tama.
No, Tonga.
Not Jacob Fatu? He didn't wrestle?
Yes.
Oh.
So Solo, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga were in the match. Tonga Loa is the manager.
Camacho.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is Camacho. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
What was his name in TNA? Do you remember?
Camacho?
Nah, Camacho was in WWE.
Yeah.
What was his name in TNA?
Was he in TNA? I didn't know.
I-
That.
Yeah, he was in a group with Drew and LA Knight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I forget his name.
So it's Bloodline against
He
Cody.
didn't get his Samoan name until he went to New Japan.
Bloodline against Cody, Kevin Owens, and Orton. By the way, Kevin Owens still wrestled while his mother was in the hospital. So
He's also been feuding with the Bloodline for like 3 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Solo is the self-proclaimed head of the table now. Tribal chief, whatever. No sign of Paul Heyman because they destroyed him. By the way, Paul Heyman, I don't know how true this is. There's things going around on the internet saying to prepare for that segment. He didn't sleep, he didn't shave, and he didn't dye his hair. Which is why his eyes look so red. Paul Heyman. When he got powerbound through the table.
Well, I mean, it's not something he does all the time. He's not a worker.
So he's amazing. But the main event, Tonga Loa is the weakest. He botched a low blow. He went to low blow. Kevin Owens.
Just throw it out there. They were called the Rising.
Okay.
Now I remember.
That was when I wasn't watching TNA.
Yeah. Drew is there. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think
but
I watched any of that. So yeah, it was. They were wrestling. They were like the opposition to the Beatdown Clan.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Which Drew?
Galloway,
Galloway,
Drew,
whatever
okay.
you want to call. Do you think I mean Gulak?
I don't know.
I think that would forget it.
No, not Drew Gulak, but
Fafita. That was his name.
but Tonga Loa botched a low blow on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had tongue. This is gonna get confusing. Tonga in a package pile driver. Tonga Loa went for a low blow.
Just say Loa and Tama.
He went for a low blow, but he stopped midway, and then he did the low blow, but he also punched Tonga.
Oh,
I mean, they might still be getting adjusted to WWE style.
I mean,
compared to New
the
Japan.
last time he was there, he wasn't good either.
This is only
Camacho
like his
sucked.
third match or so. They haven't really wrestled much, have they?
I mean,
Tonga Loa hasn't wrestled at all,
Yeah, I mean, they've been beating people up, but never really had a match, have they?
but he's always been the weakest of the.
I mean, I don't like to say that, but I think as a tag team, they did a lot better
Tama
than
outshined
on his own.
Yeah. Camacho, he sucked.
Camacho.
So that match, I was expecting surprises.
Samoans can play Spanish guys. They can play Japanese guys. It doesn't matter.
You have a.
They're all the same.
I was expecting surprises, either at the end or during.
Well, we got that.
We'll get to that. But
What?
That
Did I
match-
miss something? Because I did start watching, like, literally I caught the last entrance of the Money in the Bank. So I got like Uso and then, oh no, it wasn't the last, but I like got it while people were coming out. Did they announce that Trish Stratus was the like host
Yeah.
in the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, did they announced that leading up? Because I didn't see that ever.
So there was I think they announced it on SmackDown.
Oh, well, okay. One night before.
Because they're in
Great.
Canada, yeah.
There was a fan posted in one of the groups that he took a.
I turned this
yours.
off. I turned the volume off.
There was a fan in one of the groups posted a picture with Trish, and he said beforehand he was asked not to post it
Oh.
because it was a surprise. And then on SmackDown, I think they announced Trish as the host.
Okay.
No surprises in the main event. I thought somebody would come out, whether it's Roman or Jimmy or, you know.
I'm telling you, you got to save it.
I was even waiting after the credits, and they were like, they went to the press or post show, and I'm like,
Save
oh,
it.
So we think it's Hikuleo
Save
going
it.
to come with Roman?
Save it. No, not with Roman.
those are the rumors.
No.
Roman, Hikuleo, and Usos versus...
Well, there's rumors saying Jacob is gonna join Roman because he's tired of Solo. I mean, Jacob already outshined Solo.
You need The Rock to say this is the new bloodline. The Rock needs to come in at some point and stamp them as these are my guys. And Roman needs to come back and bring out with him the Usos. And no,
It's
We will show
like
you.
6 against 3 then.
that's fine.
If you do, the reason they're saying either Jacob turns or Hikuleo joins is because of the War Games. Survivor.
Because they're all Samoans?
well,
They're
but
probably all related?
there's rumors saying it's Roman and
It's
Usos.
Lance. I'm not joking. There's Lance.
And who's that one that my son was talking about?
Zilla.
Yeah. Jacob
But
He's
Masu's
very, very
Yeah,
fresh.
He's making his MLW debut, so
But-
he's not.
that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
fucking Rikishi.
There's guys
has like six kids.
There's a third Uso brother, but he doesn't wrestle.
Well, it's
A fourth.
Huh?
Isn't it Zilla?
No.
It's Solo and the Usos, and there's another one.
Rikishi has another son who looks just like Rikishi.
Yeah, but there's like one that's the same age,
Okay.
like as the Usos,
That whole family tree gets confusing.
but he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solo's a lot younger, and then I guess Zilla's a lot younger.
So
They're like the babies.
and Solo is like, he said on SmackDown, if Roman wants
There's
his
Tamina.
title- yeah.
You can throw Tamina in there.
Is she still employed?
She's still on the
I
roster.
think so.
She hasn't wrestled in like 2 years.
Oh, and what's her name? Is also a cousin. My butthole. What's
Nia
what's her
Jax.
name? Nia Jax.
Jax, yeah.
I don't like that we knew.
I forgot her name. Did you watch
so-
the documentary, by the way?
Yes.
I thought it was pretty
It's
good.
not as good as I
WrestleMania
thought it would
one?
be.
I thought it was good. I wish there would have been more in depth of too. Like I was waiting for them to show the whole Bruce Pritchard giving him the watch. I wanted a lot. I wanted them to show because they were acknowledging that all of them were talking and friends and being friendly backstage. So I was hoping they would show like Cody giving them the watches.
I thought it would be more behind the scenes stuff.
So is it WWE produced documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
It's more so like,
it's just The Rock taking credit for everything.
yeah.
The Rock is like the new Hulk Hogan.
That's why they pushed it off. Because they said initially they didn't like Rock's part.
Yeah, apparently The Rock thought of everything.
Oh.
The Rock started playing this 16 years ago when
The
when Roman Reigns first went, wrestling sounds good. I got an idea.
yeah, the
At
Rock,
WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, we're going to be in Philadelphia. Trust me. We're going to do this and this. And Cody Rhodes, didn't he leave? No, he'll come back.
the Rock took credit for switching.
The Rock convinced Cody Rhodes to come back. He is the one that put the Shield together. In the first place, this has all been The Rock's planning. He actually is the one who gave Cody Rhodes the idea for AEW in the first place, so that Cody could come back with a bigger pop.
Was he just trying to be in his heel character?
No, I'm joking. No, it really is
But
very.
it is like-
it's
yeah.
very much like
It's making Rock look.
I called Nick Khan and
Yeah.
So he's just playing his
I
heel
called
character.
Brian
No,
Gewirtz.
he's playing Dwayne
No,
Johnson.
this is shoot, man.
Oh, okay.
This is shoot.
Roman and Cody acknowledged that they talked. And
Yeah, this is
It's-
shoot. This is really like
Oh.
him pretty much going. He manipulated all of the parts to figure out. Oh, we've got something here. The Cody, they still want Cody. We got to figure this out.
So remember when Cody won the Rumble and some reason they switched to Cody giving Rock the title shot or whatever, and then there was like we want Cody tweeting and everything. Dwayne said, when I saw that, we had to pivot.
Because the fans turned on him. He was supposed to be a face.
Dwayne took credit for switching back to Cody.
He pretty much. It's whatever. I mean, that might be just the way he sees it. I
But
don't know.
I thought it would be more of like a behind the scenes thing. Cause
How much time do you think The Rock spends on fucking Twitter?
Yeah.
You know,
But that's what I. That's
how's
what,
this guy?
He's
He
got
runs
people
the
who do that for
XFL. He runs some other. Isn't he like some other sports thing?
he runs a production company.
Yeah.
Makes movies. I mean,
How's this guy on Twitter going? Oh, the fans are really into fucking.
when does he have
Cody."
time to sleep? Is that what-
Yeah.
When they first announced that documentary at Mania, it looked more like behind the scenes stuff. Like,
So it's not like a Vice documentary where it's really.
it's just like, hey, this led.
Remember
to
how
this,
they
this
used to
led
do like
this.
24s?
They still do. They're doing
yeah.
a Damian Priest one in August.
Well, you remember they did the 24s, and it's just like it's the build, and then to the day, that kind of documentary. It's like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look
Things
for
we
it. On
didn't know.
Peacock?
No, YouTube.
Oh, okay.
YouTube, yeah.
It wasn't important.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
Not their best work.
All right, so then now we're done with Money in the Bank. So what happened on? I didn't see any NXT.
No, we didn't even. Are we leaving?
Oh yeah.
Do,
So
for last?
that's
Are we
right,
gonna go
for
last?
there was-
We'll go last with him. It's fine. It is the biggest topic. It's the reason we're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
To get this shit out there because it's pretty fucking big. But
so NXT, you just watched it.
I literally watched it today.
Heatwave, right? That was
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, they're doing the Great American Bash in August for some reason.
Oh, and Bad Blood's coming back. Maybe Kane will
I
be
saw
there.
Yeah, Bad Blood.
In Atlanta. Was it in Atlanta when Kane debuted? Is that why they're making a big
I
deal
don't
about it being in
remember.
Atlanta?
Could be. I don't remember. I have to look it up.
Anybody know who that rapper was? Was that the guy from Atlanta?
Yes.
The show?
Yes.
Not Childish Gambino. The other guy.
What rapper?
The rapper that's sitting with Cody in the car.
Yeah.
Did you not see the commercial for Bad Blood?
No.
Oh, there was a commercial. They're in Atlanta, and it's Cody and some rapper. They said his name. I forget what it is though.
Wow.
But he did look like the guy that's the other guy from Atlanta, like not Childish Gambino, but there's another guy in Atlanta, the show Atlanta.
Oh.
Or ATL.
He has no idea.
Yeah, I lost you, didn't I?
Once you said rapper, I was like, I don't know who that is.
You know who Childish Gambino is.
I know him as an actor.
Yeah. Well, this is on his show, Atlanta.
Oh, I don't know. I never even heard of that show.
I think Cody's from Atlanta and the rapper's from Atlanta. They announced Bad Blood, and that makes me think that Drew and Punk will be like a First Blood or some shit.
No, man, you got to go Hell in a Cell. It's Bad Blood. But that's in October, man. They can't do that long. Okay, look, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people online saying like how much they're tired of Drew and Punk. It's like, yeah, I'm not tired of it, but they need to end it soon.
It's because Punk.
They need to have one big match. They can't have him come back and they have 5 fucking matches.
It's because Punk is hurt, and it's.
I get that, but
Do you think Punk is going to be able to do a Hell in a Cell?
they can't go that far with Drew and Punk. But Bad Blood should have a Hell in a Cell.
Do just 3 matches. SummerSlam. That's
one
in
match,
August, September.
One big. You've built a story. We don't need more
shouldn't
matches.
be a match, like you said. It should just be
one big brawl to end it. That's it.
Because Drew is supposed to hate this guy.
Yeah, we've had this back and forth with them.
So
we don't need match after match after match.
Since Drew is indefinitely suspended, do we get Seth and Punk to hold us over?
No. It's got to look. Punk's got to come back and bitch to Adam Pearce, reinstate Drew. I want him at SummerSlam, and that's your fuck. Oh yeah, isn't SummerSlam 2 nights?
Yeah, no, next year.
Oh, next year
or 26. Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
No, I just think that has to be one of the big SummerSlam matches.
Who do you put in the Hell in a Cell?
You're talking about October. Can we get through fucking SummerSlam first?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
SummerSlam's the next big one.
Who knows who's going to even be on the fucking roster by then? They hire guys like crazy now.
By the way, when they announced...
It'll be fucking Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. How about that?
When they announced Indianapolis, Triple H said the big 3.
What the fuck is up with Indianapolis?
Did you see that?
No, what are we talking about with... Yeah, he was talking about Indianapolis during the press conference.
They're working with the Indianapolis sports... Some bullshit.
Who cares? What does it mean?
So 2025, February 1st, the Rumble, Indianapolis.
Whoa, the Rumble's in February?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Come on.
That's even longer that we gotta wait?
Mania is also later in April.
Jesus Christ.
They had one cold night in Mania, and they're like, yeah, not again.
Well, they're in Vegas this year. It won't be so
Well,
bad.
yeah, but
cold.
I mean...
They're never coming back to the Northeast, I'm telling
I think he wants to come back to Philly with as many records as they broke.
Then they better build a dome.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be in May by that time.
That's true. Nicer.
But Indianapolis, he said the big 3 and just avoided Survivor Series. Is that not important anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, I thought it stopped being important when they stopped the Raw and SmackDown shit.
What's the big 3?
Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam.
Oh.
Well, Survivor Series ain't what it used to be when it was teams. Now
But it was always the
add-ons.
big 4.
But that is yeah, maybe he just misspoke.
So NXT Heatwave. I don't know shit about NXT.
It was pretty good. So it
Almost
opened
black and gold again, almost.
without the whole indie superstars, though. They're actually like building stars and making them good. Obafemi is going to be a big,
You guys have talked about him. I have to watch him.
He's
big deal.
An athletic Omos.
He is so good.
Omos, if he could do more than a kick.
He's like a new age Bam Bam.
Yeah.
So he's like a short, stocky
he's
guy.
He's not
tall.
short. But
He's-
Bam Bam was like 6'5".
He's tall. He's
tall.
Picture Omos, but
No, he's not that tall.
no, but he's
I'd say like
Stocky.
Keith Lee,
Like Keith
Dijakovic.
Lee,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not that. He's not that.
he's not
Samoa
he's not fat
Joe?
like Keith Lee though.
I'm not saying that.
Like,
But he's thick and
That's why I said
He's
homage. 'Cause
short,
He's
so
not. He's not like.
but he's very good. Go watch it. You got Peacock.
Yeah,
Pull your
let's check it out.
Peacock out. Wesley, boy oh boy, can he sell his ass off. There were some chops. There were just. I made my stepson come downstairs and ask if everything was all right because I yelled, "Jesus Christ!" so fucking loud. It was good, man.
So Femi's like the monster heel in NXT.
Yeah, he's the North American champion.
I don't even know if he's a heel. He's over with the
a heel.
fans.
He's a heel though, but he's very. I mean, that whole match was very good, and it was boring at first. It started
different
really
styles.
slow.
If it's Wesley and him, they're like,
It was, but that was the whole thing. He just destroys it. But Wesley, underdog, keeps coming back.
David versus Goliath.
Yeah, exactly. Then the
So the
women's North American.
I don't even know who that is.
Sol Ruka
Soul Rope.
I don't know who that is. Okay.
and
Very good.
Kalani Jordan. Kalani Jordan is the champion.
I don't know who that is
Kaylani
either.
Jordan is Carmelo's other half.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She's very good. They're both very athletic.
Yes.
Extremely athletic. So they are both gymnasts, and they both competed. One was for, was it Ohio or Oregon? One was Oregon, and one was Michigan State.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't one of them have like an MMA type background?
No, neither of them.
No.
They're gymnasts. Gymnasts don't like to hit each other.
So it was a good match.
It was extremely athletic. If I'm gonna say to watch any of the four, it was very good. The other women's match, not so much. And the tag match was okay. But if I were to suggest, just watch the first hour, first two matches, women's North American and men's North American. Fucking awesome matches.
I've known about Soul for a while, but
Yeah, she's the one that does that thing in the corner.
the
She
handstand
does
and then
she does like a handstand and then she
Four
tucks in
50s.
between and then does a cutter, stunner, whatever you want to call it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Check her out.
it's very athletic. Yeah, we need figures.
So
Yeah, you
corner-
just look her up on YouTube.
So
It'll
corner-
come out. Watch.
and then like 450.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah. It's called a gainer actually, in their terms. So handstand gainer into a cutter.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, just look her up on YouTube. It'll be the first. I guarantee it'll be the first move they
And
show.
Kaylani Jordan is very good.
She's also a gymnast though, so they did a lot of gymnastic shit to start back and forth. They'd each kind of one up each other. It was face versus face, which is funny because I'm pretty sure the other match was heel versus heel. The Eve Torres ripoff. What's her name?
I know the red hair.
Yeah, no, she doesn't. No, not that. No, not that's Eve Marie.
Oh well, no.
Eve Torres is the Spanish chick. She was.
I was thinking of Isla Dawn,
No. This was. Fuck. What is her name? Lola Vice.
Lola Vice.
Yeah. Not. I don't know.
She's
tell you what.
popular because of how she looks.
Yeah. She's got a giant ass.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she does a move that I would not take. Although I had this discussion with Amber, I said, would it be more beneficial for her to have a big ass and do this move, and then maybe it won't hurt as much? But she pretty much sat on Roxanne. Roxanne? No.
Roxanne is the
Perez.
champion. Yeah, Roxanne
Yeah.
Perez.
Roxanne Perez. She pretty much sat on her face. And I showed Amber. I was like, you got to see this. I was like, now would it hurt more if she had a bony ass or with the big ass? Like, which one would you rather take? I guess if I think about it, maybe
Yokozuna did it, and his was a big man.
Oh yeah, but that's
a lot
no.
of
This
weight.
was more. This was on the outside. She did a senton to her standing, and yeah, her ass landed on her head.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's another girl that had a big ass, and she did a split for like her finisher. She would pin her opponents with a split. Is she
That's
still there?
Nikita Lyons.
Oh yeah, she's hurt
Oh, okay.
still. She like tore like MCL, ACL.
she's
She like
like-
fucked up her
She
legs.
had like a big ass too.
Yeah.
She's like Dakota Kai. She just always
Hurt all the time.
Well, she's been hurt since she got hurt. Yeah, she tore up her leg though. It was like MCL, ACL type
I
thing.
think it was Chris Statlander where it's like one is okay and then the other one got hurt.
Yeah.
Roxanne
The
is
tag
good.
match was really good. They told a very, again, David and Goliath, because it was Chase U, who are bigger guys, versus Frazier and Axiom. there's something going on. I don't watch the TV, so I didn't know, but there's something about Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier has been competing on like speed or something else, and maybe on speed and in singles competition on NXT. So there was like worry that he wasn't going to be there for the match, but he still won. It was good.
I haven't watched any of that speed stuff either. It's online.
That I will not watch. I can guarantee. It's not online. It's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X.
They do it before every SmackDown.
That's what a match is 3 minutes long or something.
5.
No, 3.
Oh,
It's 3.
3 minute time limit. Yeah,
And just like
Xavier Woods won.
and it's a tournament style matches.
Yeah.
every
Xavier-
week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Xavier he won the final, so he faced Andrade for the title. But Andrade kept it. Not like it matters. But
He's the first champ.
No, Ricochet was the first.
But Ricochet's going bye-bye, so we can't have him.
We don't know that.
I thought everyone online his contract expired July 1st.
We don't know this.
I think he's going.
I think so too, but we don't know it.
So I'm guessing
All
the main was the NXT World, the 4-way.
4-way. Yes. So I skipped the entrances, so I didn't see that.
Trick
cool.
Williams, Ethan Page, Sean Spears, and another guy. I don't know.
Yeah, there you
the
go.
new
What?
guy.
I just watched it. I don't remember his fucking name.
It's Trayvon.
He won the Battle Royal, didn't he?
Trayvon sounds about right.
Trayvon Williams or some shit. No,
No,
Trick
that's
Williams.
Trick Williams.
Trayvon something.
He won the Battle Royal to get in. The one that had Joe Hendry in it
Yeah.
and Kaz.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who he was.
No, I do
He's
not know.
fucking
who he
good,
Is.
though.
Is he a
But
big deal?
So
Is he
he's
like-
20. He's 20 years old,
Oh, wow.
and he's very
athletic.
very athletic.
I saw he's a skinny kid. You're like, yeah.
He is. He's like Kofi skinny
But Ricochet.
or fucking Colin Delaney.
Ricochet athleticism.
Yeah.
So is he supposed to be like the underdog out of these 4? I mean, like,
Yes, definitely.
like he's
He shouldn't have been there.
not a chance in hell kind of guy.
One of these things is not like the other.
So,
I already know who won.
So I missed the. Well, I knew who won, and watching the match made me go, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, I know
That was
the
awesome.
ending.
I didn't know the finish. I just knew the
by the way,
outcome.
Sean Spears came out with a sick Casey Jones.
Yeah,
type
see, I
match.
didn't know. I didn't see all this except for the pictures you sent.
Casey Jones style match.
I saw the picture you said. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
And then
I missed Ethan Page's jacket. I
Ethan
forgot.
Page showed up in a Canadian tux.
No, yeah, he showed up that way.
Like Gene.
but
everything Gene.
but not for the match.
Oh.
He showed up to the arena like that.
Yeah.
So there was 2
The-
Canadians because I actually said while watching it with Amber, I wish I would have texted it so I would have had credit for this. But when I realized they were in Canada, I said, "Oh, so Ethan Page is going to win that," not knowing Sean Spears is Canadian.
I was really hoping for
Is Ethan
Sean
Page
Spears.
his real name? Because he's kept it everywhere
Yes.
he's gone.
I don't
think
know.
so.
I guess.
Well, kind of. I reached out
That would have been cool.
before he's obviously signed.
To the Fed?
Yeah, this was like a year or so ago. He stopped taking weekend bookings. Collision, that was a thing.
Was he ever on Collision? I'm sorry.
Was he ever on AEW?
They're using him better than he ever got used.
So, funny
in
thing.
Because
AEW.
him and Scorpio were a tag team. weren't
Not
they?
really a spoiler.
They
'cause
weren't
we're
a
gonna talk
tag
about it.
team. They were like
In a group.
Group, right?
Yeah, it was that MMA guy.
And then they went nowhere. Did nothing.
Well, where's Scorpio been?
I don't know.
Grabbed the brass ring, and I guess it didn't work for Tony Khan either.
Not really a spoiler. We're talking about it anyway. Ethan Page won. New champion. Kind of shocking.
Yes. So we'll just talk
he-
about the finish.
He just got there.
I say he even wrestled in NXT? Like, this
yeah.
is his first match?
That's
No,
yes.
well-
No, it's not his first match. So he pinned Trayvon, whatever.
So-
And
guy.
Sean Spears pinned Trick Williams in a non-title. So that's where the whole 4-way came. It's like Trayvon won, but Ethan Page pinned Trayvon. So isn't he better than Trayvon? And Sean Spears pinned the champion. So shouldn't he get a title shot? So that's how the 4-way became.
I just want to say I was really hoping. I like Sean Spears.
I know you do. You're
I'm a
a
mark.
huge fan of his.
but-
I'm not saying it's bad.
but
I'm not saying he's
I
a bad rat. He doesn't have it for me. I don't know what it is.
He doesn't have the
him in
butts and
WWE.
seats.
Yeah.
Just him in WWE doesn't match.
He's
I
a
don't
good
know.
worker and a good hand, but he's not a star.
but I
Ethan
was-
Page though.
But I thought he came back, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna do something with him now. He's in a title match. He's
That doesn't mean he's not. gonna do
no,
something.
but instead of Ethan Page, just got there.
Sean Spears just got there.
He's been there. Before.
He was there like a month before Ethan Page.
He's been there before, though. He's been in WWE.
No, Sean Spears was not there before.
That's true.
They do still chant 10, and I just want to go, shut the fuck up.
But he doesn't acknowledge it.
He
at all.
doesn't. He tries not to.
Good for him.
But it's same as when the AEW crowd chants yes. I fucking hate that. This is not that same guy. We're past that, please.
Yeah.
I think Ty Dillinger is to him what Zack Ryder is to Cardona. Like,
But Zack Ryder was awesome.
but it's not like he doesn't hate it, but it's just like I'm me now.
Yeah.
I was really hoping Sean Spears would win, and then when I saw Ethan Page, I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, so let's talk about the finish. John, you have not seen it. You saw a clip of it. I watched the match.
Okay.
Fucking, they had to practice that so much.
You got to close your eyes and picture. Okay, all 4 men in the ring. Sean Spears is on the apron. Trick goes to hit. He does a running knee. That's his. What's it called?
His finisher.
Trick something.
Yeah. Trick shot, maybe.
Trick shot. I think that's what it's called.
Like Daniel Bryan's running knee?
No, more like a V trigger, but standing.
Yeah.
To a standing opponent.
Running V trigger.
Yeah, running V trigger, but to a standing opponent. So he hits Spears with it. He goes to hit Page with it, misses, hits Spears on the outside. Goes to hit Page with it again, misses, hits Trayvon with it. Trayvon falls down, sells dead. Then he hits Ethan Page with it. Ethan Page falls onto Trayvon, and Sean Spears pulls Trick out of the ring. So with both of them knocked out, Ethan Page is laying on Trayvon. 1, 2, 3.
Picture Shawn Michaels.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea what that reference is.
So when Shawn Michaels,
I wasn't watching a lot of that, man.
when Shawn Michaels was like dead, right? When he was exhausted, he would kick and then just fall on him.
Oh! I thought you meant because Wes said it reminded him of some other finish.
Yeah.
But I thought
Yeah,
to
Cena
me,
did that. Like, it's what Wes said. Cena did that with Orton on top of somebody.
Oh, I thought you said with Sean. I don't
So
know.
yeah, FU'd somebody onto.
So, but even back earlier, Sean, when he was so exhausted, he would kick and then just kind of fall back on him. That's sort of what that is. But I saw that and I'm like, oh fuck, that's good.
That was a really good finish. To me, that was the first time I've ever seen that.
That's
if
great.
they
And
did it
then-
with Cena before, I don't remember it.
That gives Trick the way to say, well, you didn't beat me.
Right.
Not
only you didn't beat me, I beat me.
Yeah, you lucked into this.
You just fell from me knocking you out.
Yeah.
Because he sold it as like, it took him a minute to finally like get up and be like, I'm the champion? What the hell? I won?
And then when he had the
just
belt, he
started
was
that
cocky.
fucking cocky,
That cocky smile.
bitch ass smile of his.
Sean Spears was on the floor like devastated. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, because he didn't have to pull Trick,
Yeah.
but he didn't know what was going on.
And then at the end, did you see this?
So on the replay, I know what it is. I know what happened. But I did not. It did not play on the replay.
So,
But I
Ethan
saw it on
Page
TikTok.
Has the title, holding it up, smirk, whatever.
And he goes like, I'm the face. I'm the face.
And then all of
He's
a
doing
sudden,
this with his
the
hand.
screen fades, white screen, Joe Hendry.
No music, nothing.
Like his music
It's
video.
just his face turning.
So he's not there in person.
No.
Nope.
Just, oh.
It's just
So-
the beginning of his music video.
Yeah,
Nice.
nothing. And then that cut.
But they did not put it on the replay.
So no
'Cause
other,
I was waiting for it because I saw it on TikTok.
no other crossover. No other TNA people showed up.
No.
Like the last one.
No,
Okay.
Dempsey's been on TNA. though.
Who are those two girls that came in?
I read Josh Alexander and his wife were backstage at
Oh, that's nice for Ethan.
was it Money in the Bank? Or Clash at the Castle? They were
Oh.
backstage at some WWE. They weren't on camera.
One of the
Josh
Canadian.
Alexander's Canadian.
Yeah, that would make.
Oh,
he was
yeah.
he
Money
was
in the
Ethan
Bank,
Page's
NXT.
partner in the North.
Yeah. Him and his wife, who I guess works at TNA as an announcer. I don't know her
That I
name.
don't know.
So, something Jung or something. I don't know who she is,
yeah.
but they were backstage and we're not on camera.
Yeah. I
Which, why not? If they were working together, why couldn't
Yeah,
you be?
fucking WWE and TNA, man. What the hell? This is.
Besides Charlie Dempsey and the other girl that challenged Jordan Grace, no other NXT people have gone over?
Not that I know of. I mean, Charlie Dempsey and Jordan Grace still isn't fair.
I mean, my son wants to start watching TNA. Like, he's excited. And he didn't give a shit about that for the last couple of years.
This is just like
Mostly because
TNA.
there's a lot of people he knows over there now.
Like the fact that NXT crowd knows who
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry is.
Carmen Petrovic. She's Canadian.
Who?
Yeah, and Ariana Grace.
That name sounds familiar.
She is Miss NXT.
oh, they were workers.
it
They
says
weren't like in the
welcome.
crowd.
What a welcome for Canadian natives Carmen and Ariana Grace.
Ariana Grace sounds familiar.
I thought she was Dakota Kai at first.
Oh, yeah.
No, look at her face. It even looks like Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai with blonde hair.
Oh, she got a sword, so that's her.
Yeah.
She's Dakota Kai.
And then Billy Kay comes
We
out.
live in North.
Yeah, that's another thing. The fucking North. And then Billy Kay over here comes out with her fucking Miss TNA or Miss NXT pageant bullshit. Just wait, you'll see. You'll see what I mean by Billy Kay.
Yep. Yep. The name sounds
Oh,
familiar.
so they're NXT girls. They're not TNA
yeah.
girls. Okay.
They're just Canadian.
I don't know who they are, but okay.
Well, I didn't know if they were fucking NXT
But-
or TNA girls.
Fucking NXT crowd knows who Joe Hendry is. That's amazing. Like that shows that it's not just a
It's
WWE
wrestling
crowd.
fans.
And let's just say, we don't want to say his name, but when he was...
Because he might appear?
No, when Vince was running the company...
Okay. That's what I thought you meant. I was like, damn, you're going deep with this shit. I thought you didn't even know who he was.
When Vince was there, this would never happen because he assumes everyone watches WWE and nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the
And
way,
they're not going to know who Joe Hendry is. Nobody watches that other shit. They only watch WWE.
Again-
AJ Styles, yeah.
again in the press conference, somebody mentioned Vince.
Twice.
Yeah.
Triple H no-sold him. He just said, I can't
Yeah.
talk
Place,
about
I
legal.
can't talk about legal stuff.
And then
Why?
Cena said, I talked about it before. If you really want, you can dig it up and find out.
yeah,
the
Cena
answer.
was like, I'm worried about the future.
Cena, wait, why was Cena at the press conference?
Oh, yeah. So, one of the big surprises for some reason in fucking Canada.
In Canada. Yeah, not even like his home
Who
state.
cares? It's
Well, so they brought this up at the press conference, and Cena and Triple H both said the foreign WWE crowds are loud, and they've noticed that. So
Yeah, I saw the decimal thing on the pay-per-view.
yeah, that was dumb.
well,
was
that's
that?
another thing that Triple H is doing. to
That's
make it
dumb. Get
seem
rid of
more
that
real.
thing.
I don't like that.
They do that, I think, at like all the. I don't know if it's just the foreign paper.
They're fudging that anyway. What does it matter?
I mean, NFL does, baseball, whatever.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, when you go to the hockey games at the Royals, they
Oh,
do that
yeah.
loudometer. It's the same fucking meter every time.
No matter
Whether
what.
there's 5,000 people or 500 people.
If the whole arena was quiet, it would
Yeah.
still do that. Like,
So they acknowledged that the crowds are louder and the timing worked. That's why it was Canada.
with his schedule.
Yeah, it's.
So-
well, I think who cares? Money in the Bank. It's like a B pay-per-view.
I mean, Cena,
One of the
Cena and
better.
Punk.
Yeah.
Cena and Punk. That was
Yeah.
mentioned a lot.
It was
with Cena
yeah.
and Punk on
in the press conference. Punk said, like, you can't talk about my career without John Cena, and I hope that you can't talk about John Cena's career without mentioning CM Punk.
kind of getting himself over.
So John Cena's 2025 wrestle.
So-
He will wrestle January 1st to December 31st.
Yeah.
31st.
Yeah.
or 31
So
days.
he's not going to wrestle it all this year. He's saying it
Nope.
starts.
It starts in 2025. He will wrestle one full calendar year. I think he said there's 36
30 events or something.
30 some
30
dates,
dates.
already. That doesn't mean that that's the only dates. There could be more.
So we're probably not going to get him on Raw. We're probably going to get him on the
Well, depending on where it is. Like, say there's no, like, let's just say you want to do one last show in Philly. I want to hit the big cities.
Cena-
and Philly's one of the big ones.
Cena said-
and you're not going to be there for a pay-per-view coming up or a PLE. Let's just fucking do it.
No, Cena said with Raw going to Netflix, I've never been a part of Raw on Netflix.
On the first episode.
Oh, yeah, he'll be on the
but-
first episode.
But I mean, he's not going to be on there every
It
week.
depends. Well, he might do the Brian thing where it's like, my time.
Yeah, Brian's still wrestling.
My time is up.
Yeah, collision
No pun
matches and
intended.
shit like that.
No pun intended. I want to wrestle this guy. I want to wrestle this guy.
So
We were talking-
He said it's funny because Cena said that he is in no position to handpick opponents, but Triple H said he is the man that's going to handpick opponents. So I don't fucking know what's going to
Triple
happen.
H said not many wrestlers get to go out on their own terms at their own time.
Yep.
And Cena is lucky enough to do that.
I mean, he did say, the Rumble will be my last Rumble. The Elimination
Yes.
Chamber will be my
Well-
last chamber.
Yes.
So he came out.
Yeah, people
First
were
of all,
very confused. You had to watch the press conference to actually know any of this information.
Yeah, first of
because
all-
I was very confused when he said that.
he came out and they paused the camera and his towel said,
My time is up, or this is the
last time, or
This is the last
The
time.
last time
my
is now.
last time.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, something like
I
that.
was
And
like,
his
And there was
shirt's
a
at
door.
29.
I was like, oh shit.
There was a door on the back of his shirt, so closing the door.
Yeah.
and it said, after this, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he said in the press conference that when he is done, he still wants a role in WWE,
But no
but
wrestling.
the jorts are retired. He will be in a suit and tie.
Said when he retires,
No
he's retired from
no
MMA.
taking an occasional table spot. No physicality at all. Just he wants a backstage role.
Well, good for him.
Yeah,
When he was in the ring announcing,
He's
his
got a lot
retirement-
to.
it's the way it should be done.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I know we're going to talk about it, and you guys aren't going to like what I'm going to say, but I know how I would book it. But let's talk about more.
So when he
When
was
he's
in the
got-
ring,
Put him in NXT. He could teach those young kids a lot.
I think he should work 1 or 2 NXT matches,
I mean, when he retires, put him there as a.
and I think he should
Coach.
face Obafemi. I think it's the only guy on NXT that gives him a good fucking run. Like, that's the guy that can beat Cena.
uh,
Don't you say that, motherfucking chairman.
Trick,
No.
kind of like
No,
passive.
Obafemi. Cena needs big, giant heels.
So,
Gunther.
when he was, he probably wants to work.
I
Gunther.
agree he should work Gunther.
When he was in the ring talking about his retirement, he worded it very weird. He said, "I'm retiring after Mania," or something like that.
He said, no,
Rumble will be my last Rumble.
Yeah.
Chamber will be my last Chamber.
And Mania will be my last.
Mania.
So that
But then he
made
kinda
everybody
left it.
assume, so this year's WrestleMania is going to be his last WrestleMania. That's not the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be, but that's not his last match.
Yeah,
His last match will be in December, whatever December is.
yeah. And who we were talking about this at some point. Punk has to be in there, or it has to be in there.
Yes, those two should. Unfortunately, Edge should also be in there, especially because there was a moment where it was never going to happen again, and now there's a possibility to have it happen again. Just fucking get together. This is a new age of wrestling. Just get together on one match.
And Triple H in a press conference said, "We're no longer doing something." Punk kept saying one more question, or Cena.
Oh no, Punk did too.
Well, yeah, but Cena kept saying
Everybody was one more question.
for like an hour.
No, it wasn't an hour, but yes, he kept
Everybody
saying
did
one more
that.
question because he
And-
did say he will answer every question.
And then Triple H, when he was up at the press conference, he said something about we're no longer waiting for 6-hour main events.
No,
And-
7 hours.
Yeah.
He said he feels like he was backstage waiting for one of those 7-hour pay-per-views
And
being the main event.
People automatically was like AEW. I was
And
like, no.
He realized about 2 seconds after he said it what that sounds like to everybody else. And he was like, no, don't you read into that. That means nothing. He's like, I've been a part of them in WWE. This was not a shot. He backtracked himself real fast.
But that goes back to the working together. Like, it doesn't seem like WWE anyway is like,
Alright,
fuck them.
Is there anybody in TNA that Cena could work with? That he has maybe
Moose.
never. Was it? Did I saw online that Moose tweeted out something or said something?
Moose wants to work.
He challenged somebody in WWE.
Who was it?
Roman. Didn't he want Roman? A while ago?
This is recent.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought he wanted Roman.
Trick. It was Trick.
Also, we didn't
Tell
talk
your
about
boss
Trick.
to talk to my boss.
We didn't talk about Trick's fucking Booker T mark out. He wore Harlem Heat
yeah.
inspired gear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Cena, during this whole farewell tour, Orton has to be in there. Punk has to be in there.
Just
we
leave
were
Orton
saying-
on like a Raw. Like
But-
New York. Like do it at fucking Madison Square Garden.
I think at Mania, it's going to be Cena and Orton
No. God, no.
for the title.
Well, we're gonna get
No.
For the title.
Undertaker out of mothballs too.
No, because
No.
Orton has been eyeing up Cody's title. And that's going to lead to Orton and
No.
Cody.
This is not. Look, it doesn't need a storyline.
It doesn't.
We need more story out of the title. This just needs to be one last. Do it on a fucking Raw. A Raw that's going up against a really good Monday Night Football or something. Just not on a fucking big stage.
Let them wrestle them. When they're done, they shake hands or hug, whatever.
They don't need a story, but I think that's
just
a good
let
way.
it be.
Then you have. Then you go to Hunter. Then you go to Taker, and then it gets out of hand.
No, because
neither of those.
Because
How about The Rock? Bring him back.
There is a good idea out there because this is 2025. We can blow off Rock and Roman at the next Mania and go Cena Rock SummerSlam. Especially if it's going to be 2 nights.
They are tied 1-1.
I don't know if it's next year or the year after. I don't know.
If it's going to, well, if they're going to do it this year, they're going to do it next year. You know what I mean?
No, but the announcement of 2 nights.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So even if it is this year, they're going to do it next year.
No, I'm saying I don't know if it might be 26.
I don't think it's
They might have
26. I don't
announced
think they
it
would have
26.
announced it for 26.
I think they did.
That's a long way away.
But he better not win the Rumble
I don't think he'll
or
win the
Chamber.
Rumble.
He can be in it.
He could be in it.
But don't win.
I think
Here's
he
the
should
thing.
be in the Rumble. He should be in the Chamber. He should be in Money in the Bank. I think I want, these are the things I want. And every one, he should be close.
Here's the thing. I think he beats Flair's record.
No, God, no.
He doesn't have to have it long, but at Mania, if
Flair,
it's Cena,
Flair likes him, so he won't care.
if it's Cena and Orton at Mania, Orton as champion, Cena
Flair gave
wins.
Hunter permission, and Hunter said, "No, I don't want that. I don't
Cena
want that. That's
wins.
yours."
He keeps it for a month or 2.
Wait, which belt would that even count as? Because now it's a
WWE.
different belt entirely.
WWE.
I think just the big title.
Just being a world champion.
yeah.
WWE, yeah.
Because the one that Seth has now is different than.
Well, no, Cena's the same as Flair, where it's 16-time world champion.
No.
He's tied Flair's record.
All right, fine. But there's one person I want to see beat him for it. And it's who I think his last match should be against. I think no. I think Braun Breaker should be his last match.
Oh, yeah, you said that.
I think Braun Breaker should be the guy that gets elevated. Because the way I would say is in December, Braun Breaker beats Cena on the last match. Royal Rumble, Braun Breaker goes in super fucking hot and wins. Now we go Braun Breaker versus whoever at Mania.
I was thinking Gunther. That's a way to get Gunther as a champion without destroying Cody.
I don't think Gunther.
We talked about Money in the Bank. I wanted to ask this because I haven't seen it. No Wyatt 6.
No,
At all.
not
No
at
show.
all.
Okay.
Which I thought when
Gable was up there.
yeah.
I thought they were gonna do it too. Yeah,
I thought lights were going out. Oh shit, Gable's dead again.
I thought. Yeah, I thought Gable was gonna get it too. He did when he came out. He was like looking. He was like looking in the crowd, like where, like is there anybody around? He looked behind him.
They are acknowledging Bo as Howdy.
He's
though.
officially like Otis and Akira are done with him, and what's her face, Barbie doll.
Yeah, but they also came up with Creed brothers and the
They're
other girl.
teasing, yeah.
You know, they'll probably go a little more tonight.
I
which
wasn't
we're-
sure, but I think Gable is officially a heel.
We're about 15 minutes away from Raw being on, so
So anybody from TNA, we didn't answer that.
no.
I don't even know who's on the roster.
Moose. I said Moose.
I know who's over there. I don't know who's there.
Moose would be a good one.
Yeah.
There should be. I would love to see a crossover with AEW and have Edge. Just one match.
You don't have to acknowledge that he's in AEW. Just hey, Tony.
It's Edge.
Well,
Yeah.
Edge is
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah, that's
Adam
what I mean.
Copeland, yeah.
Hey, Tony. One favor you can get Joe Blow. I don't fucking know. If somebody's going into the Hall of Fame, help. I don't
What
know.
about him and Joe Hendry? Rap and singing.
He said he doesn't want to do rap.
He's no rapping yet.
I'm 47. I'm not rapping.
Yeah,
I say he's
He
the
did say
same
that.
age as me.
He said
and
that
AJ.
at the
When he announced
press conference.
when he announced the retirement, I'm like, maybe Thugonomics.
No, he said no. He's too old for that
Yeah.
shit. He said 20 years. We're going on 20. We're coming to the 20-year anniversary of that album.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I have that, actually.
Big weekend in wrestling.
No, well, you said Gunther. What do you think? Who do you think? What do you
Well, I
think?
said Gunther,
Some
and
of
then-
their last. Some of his last opponent should be Gunther.
No, I don't know if it should be his last, but I'd see him in Gunther.
Orton at Mania. Title, no
I just
title,
don't want.
Orton at Mania.
Don't bring out Hunter. Don't bring out Taker.
they're
Don't
not-
do the
they're
nostalgia tour from the 90s. We
They're
don't
not
need
going
The
that
problem
shit.
with doing him with a belt means he has to work more dates. I don't think he
No, doesn't.
wants a belt.
Roman
Did you
wrestled like
see?
5 times.
Did
What
you
a way to
see?
go out.
Mania's not. No,
No, but I mean, Cena might want to just bang, 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 bang before he calls it.
We're also assuming that Cena wins the belt.
Yeah.
It
I
could
mean,
be.
he doesn't have to win.
I'd be okay with Cena Orton. I just don't want it at Mania.
I think
waste.
With him and
that's
Roman?
I just feel like that's a waste.
I mean, he has to face Orton or Roman at some point.
I mean, Roman would be back as a face, but I guess it wouldn't matter.
I think you're reading into these being premium live events, and I think a lot of these are going to be Raws, especially with them being on Netflix. I think a lot of think about it. There's 30-some dates. Well, there's only 12 months. That means 12 premium live events. Where's the rest of those?
And he's not doing house shows.
Well, if it's MSG.
Yeah, but he's not touring. He's not doing
But
a loop.
again, being that this is his last year, he might want to do a lot of things.
I mean,
I think when we get to December or even November, when we get to like Survivor Series of 2025, I think we're gonna see him. We're gonna see him have his last Raw, his last SmackDown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna hit those at the end of either early December or something like that. Because he's not gonna go to the Rumble of 2025.
Cena and Orton,
2026. Yeah.
you can't do Cena and Orton on it. Like, you don't need a story for those matches. But I also don't think, with it being on Netflix, you don't need that.
Okay, but when you got, this is just because of where we live. When you've got Eagles versus Cowboys on Monday night, right? And you need something to counteract that. What's the closest equivalent to fucking Eagles versus Cowboys? Cena versus Orton. You put it on, and people are going to watch that. Especially if that's John Cena's last Raw.
I will say I don't think he needs a title. But somehow Orton is going to be champion. Somehow Orton is going to be champion. I can see it.
do you think they
I think Cody is at the level of Cody.
do anything with the
now.
Wyatt Six? Like maybe they
Nah, too much.
terrorize Cena?
We're looking. You got to look at these. There's no story. Nothing's going to be a story.
Yeah, he's going to do his
Everything's
one-off.
going to just be. We're wrestling to wrestle. I want to beat you. I want to beat you.
It's Adam Copeland. It's Brian
He said,
Danielson.
all the young guys that I've never faced, get in line because you got a small amount of time. I think if they're in Canada, I think him and Sammy, because of
Or
that
him
was
and KO.
that was Sammy's big. Remember, Sammy's big debut on the main roster was the Open Challenge for in Canada.
That was Kevin Owens.
No, Sammy.
Kevin Owens was U.S. champion.
No.
He's
beat
NXT
Cena.
champion.
No.
beat Cena.
But
He said my son is-
But before that, in Canada, was the Sami Zayn one.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was before Owens won it from him. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't think him and like Ethan Page? Not that he's a young guy. He's been around a while, but
He is a young guy. I think it'd be fine.
they've never wrestled, so that'd be something different.
I think that'd be fine, but I'd rather it be Obafemi. Again, I'm looking at guys that need that next elevation. They're right there. They're right at the cusp of like being something, but they need that next something
Beat
to get them
Cena.
over. Beating Cena does it. Gunther doesn't need that.
It did help Austin Theory.
It didn't. But
No, what
that's
a
not his
shame.
fault.
No, it's not Theory's
I
fault.
think
No.
from now until January, Cena's going to get in shape. Like, in
He
shape.
better because he.
I mean,
not
him and
look
AJ
great.
one more time would be nice. Not
Yeah.
that he's a young guy either, but
Again, I think it needs to be a mix. We gotta. There's only be like 5 of these should be like one more time.
Punk,
you know,
Orton.
Punk Orton.
You're not going to get
maybe-
Taker or Triple H because
No.
Triple H can't wrestle.
But what Cena and Taker wasn't a thing. There's just that one WrestleMania.
and Taker
When
beat
he
him like
was-
10
no,
seconds.
when he was Chain Gang, they had a thing.
Yeah, sort of, but
that was young in
But,
Cena's career
yeah.
early.
That's not.
Yeah.
That was.
But-
That's not one of Cena's like big rivalries.
And Taker said he's not wrestling. He'll show up.
When
but
I
he's
think
not.
of Cena rivalries, there's 3, and 2 of them still work there.
Orton is fucking 6 years long.
Yeah.
Punk was fucking
him
3
and
years.
him and Cody never had a feud when Cody was on top.
Well,
He wrestled.
No.
He was part of Legacy.
I don't even think that was Cena though.
That was
what-
Orton.
Yeah, Legacy. But even when they
Hunter.
were doing Legacy, that was against Hunter. That wasn't
Yeah.
really against Cena.
Yeah, so him and now that Cody's a main guy, just as a one-off,
would
not
really
for the
love-
belt. Just
You know, like there's guys you could throw out there of one more match. Could Bradshaw do it one more time?
Yeah.
Could Eddie do it one more time?
There is. I really hope that. If
Kurt
Cena-
Angle. Cena debuted against Kurt Angle.
So I was listening. Yeah, they said something about Kurt Angle. No.
Do we get Brock?
What's Kurt? He can't wrestle anymore. He's done.
If you saw him,
I mean,
He looked pretty old.
he
If you're
looked,
pretty-
he looked in great shape.
if I were, I don't want to see that match because that's not. Again, Orton can still go. You're still getting Cena versus Orton. You're not getting Kurt Angle versus Orton. I mean, Kurt Angle versus Cena.
Yeah,
It's not the same. It's just
Nah.
not there.
What about like Logan Paul?
That would be cool.
That's
That's a good one.
different.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would like that. And that's
Yeah,
that one
maybe
more
Seth.
notch. Yeah.
I know he doesn't need it, but like that could be one of the guys.
That's not a big
actually-
feud either, but you could. I mean,
Again, that's a Raw. Logan Paul, that's a SmackDown. You know,
This is. I really hope if Cena has any pull, how can we get Edge?
Cena doesn't. Oh well, yeah.
I don't care. Like, you don't have to acknowledge he's over in this company. Edge came back.
No, fuck it. You can. No, if I were AEW, I'd say you want. This is AEW wrestler.
When he comes out, I want to see our logo on your screen.
And even Adam Copeland.
Adam Edge Copeland.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. To make it something for AEW, Edge should be
Is
called
that
Adam
like a
Copeland.
WrestleMania thing? Like a surprise?
That would probably be a big pay-per-view.
That
wouldn't
would
be a Raw.
yes.
Like a
That
surprise, though.
You know what? I'd be better with that as Mania than
Yeah,
him and Orton.
you can't give
like
that
an
away
open
for free.
challenge. Hey, I'm here. I don't have anybody. Come out. And then
Like
meddling
Cody did
his
for
hits.
Seth.
Who's gonna be? Yeah, we can't
Yeah.
book your last WrestleMania opponent. Whoever shows up gets that spot.
Yeah.
and then that's Edge. That would be.
And then WWE could say, look, here's 10 guys. You pick one, they'll show up on your show. Make it like a trade. Like TNA did.
Yeah,
You want Christian?
I don't know if they would
Christian
do that.
of all
I don't,
people?
I don't know if they would do that.
I don't think they do it. I think AEW gets enough from being
On TV.
Exposed.
their name and legacy is said.
Plus, Cody
On-
is still friends with all of them. So
And
you
if I'm
also
Tony
have-
Khan, I also say, I saw how you treated WCW.
Oh.
You're not going to do that with my guy.
Also, Edge could win.
He
Edge is
could.
still an active wrestler. Him winning would not hurt
And Cena
anything.
should be putting everybody over at this
With-
point in his way out.
Some.
The young
Well,
guys.
with how WWE is now, with Paul Levesque in charge,
He should
With-
not. He should beat Logan Paul.
with how Cena is at this point in his career, how Adam Copeland is in this point in his career with Cody, you have all the connections. You can put fucking business aside.
Do we even know, is Copeland's contract run out in like 2024? Will he
I
be
don't
free in
know.
2024?
I don't know. but
He's
I just
injured.
wish-
I don't know.
Yeah. I just hope that it would be fun if that would happen.
Again, much like with Cody, we kind of figured, but we were still surprised at Mania.
I'm okay. I mean, if I'm Tony Khan, if his brother still works at WWE, right? Was it his brother?
Nick, no, they're not related.
Oh, they all related. aren't
Will we
they?
get one last B squared? Bull Buchanan.
What about if
He's still
Wade,
alive. I
if
don't
Wade
even-
comes out of retirement? There's one.
That would be a good one.
He did feud with.
Toledo again.
Actually, Big E acknowledged that when they were on the panel. Big E said that both him and Wade's debuts in WWE, like as active WWE, because remember Wade was on NXT, and so was Big E. Both of their debuts were beating down John Cena.
Oh yeah, he was a heel
Did you get
with Dolph, right?
with
Yeah,
Big E in the ring climbing the ladder? That seemed kind of
I don't understand. What,
so
what-
on the pre-show.
Oh, I didn't watch the pre-show.
Big E went to.
Remember,
the
I
arena.
turned it on. I was out. I got home and turned it on like when Jay was coming out.
He went to the arena, and he did the whole New Day, Canada, whatever. It's time to feel the power. And he was in the ring talking about the Money in the Bank match and the cash in and whatever. And then after they cut back to whatever, he climbed the ladder just to get a feel. And he climbed and climbed slow. And then he got to the top and he kind of looked at the camera. I was like,
Yeah, but he
this
might
like-
just be fucking with him.
What about if if this is Daniel Bryan's last?
Nah,
So this is Brian's last full time.
I don't
And
see
he
that
said
happening.
he said he doesn't want titles. He doesn't want titles.
I think next year, 2025, he couldn't have
Nah.
Cena.
I would if you're gonna get you're only gonna get one, and if you're gonna get one, it's got to be Edge.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that as long as they can
Yeah,
work
that
it
would
out.
be really really good. That would be my end all be all. I could stop watching the Cena matches if that happened.
And I'm Tony Khan, so I say you're not going to bury my company like you did WCW.
Because we say like,
I mean, it's not even-
Orton.
it's not even
Orton
the
will
point
probably
of-
go down as number 1A. Edge goes as down as number 1B. Right? There's no 1 and 2. There's 1A and 1B for Cena's biggest feud.
I don't even think it has you don't have to bury any company.
No, of course not.
Adam Edge Copeland AEW, and then
AEW superstar.
have them decide who goes over. You're not burying anybody.
No, I think Edge should
No.
Fuck it. Edge should go over.
I'm
Edge,
saying,
Edge isn't a guy that you can bury.
no, I meant don't bury him in the company.
Hopefully, in a year,
Like, look how they
roughly,
treated
we
Sting,
will
all the
be able
WCW
to
guys.
look back at this episode and go, "We told you."
Yeah.
Let's hope.
I didn't expect Money in the Bank to be this big, but it was.
The wrestling wasn't.
No, it was an okay show. But the
Cena should have one last match with John Cena. Well, should have one of Cena's last match. Jack Vaughn,
professional wrestler.
the most professional wrestler. Thigh slap.
When we get
Yeah, I was just
Cardona,
looking. I was just.
Cardona back, they had a
That would
not
be
a
good, too.
feud, but they had a thing with
We didn't even talk about there could be tag matches in there too.
yeah, take
Him
the
and
load
David
off.
Otunga, the former tag champions.
You might be one of the only people that remember that.
I don't. One of you brought it up for an episode. That's the only reason I know
They were
it.
tag champs, I think.
Yeah.
So this weekend, Three Legacies Homecoming, back where it all started at Brightside Opportunity Center.
Woo woo.
July 13th. They have brand new Three Legacies Lucha masks. I'm excited for that. I'm going to get one. Justin's going to get one.
Yeah.
They also have Red Rose Rumble 2 tumblers and t-shirts. Ricardo just did a live on YouTube, and somebody asked about something, and he said, I was in these flyers for WWE, and I got this from WWE. It's always a keepsake, so I want to give that to the fans. You can get a tumbler, Red Rose Rumble, have people sign it, and stuff like that. $20. Lucha masks, $20. They're gonna be at the shows. So that's this weekend, July 13th. Next weekend, July 20th, AXW Ulrichsburg at the Veterans Fire Hall Memorial
United We
Hall.
Slam.
United We Slam. They're gonna. I don't know if it's at that show, but they have a new title that they're introducing. And then the weekend after that, July 27th, at the Lebanon Fairgrounds, Lebanon Expo Center. There's a fair going on. 3LW Rise. I don't know how much of it you can see, but that was the first big Rise show. It's a chance for the students to learn, get used to a crowd, and
Showcase their skills.
showcase their skills. And then, obviously August 3rd, the big show.
Stadium show.
Red Rose Rumble 2, Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster. It feels like WrestleMania for us in this area. Tons of people there. TJP. You can purchase a meet and greet at our website. He's also doing a seminar, so if you are a wrestler, referee, manager, you can sign up for that. Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy will be there. Blue Meanie.
La Resistance.
La Resistance.
Shark Boy.
La Resistance is a big one because they've
La
been
Resistance.
away.
Yeah, that's
for
a different
while.
one.
They
And
don't
Shark
do
Boy.
these.
I don't see Shark Boy at this stuff.
Yeah. We had Tarzan versus Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
That should be a good one. We have a busy month or so ahead of us, but hopefully we're back to creating some good content for you. Remember, always take care of your mental health. That's important.
Yep.
Also, before I forget, we have our own line of peanuts. Yeah. Slap Nuts. If you remember, Jeff Jarrett had this thing with Slap Nuts, but it's a little different, spelled differently or worded differently. These are flavored peanuts made by Blind Spot Nut Butters. And they were so kind to let us work with them and create our own wrestling line of flavored nuts. These ones that we currently have are Dropkick, and they are a chili lime flavor. There will be more flavors coming in.
/ tahini.
Yeah. There will be more flavors, so look for those as an announcement. They'll be on our website. We'll be selling these at events. So, if you're in Pennsylvania, if you're not in Pennsylvania, I don't care. Come to Three Legacies Wrestling. Come to AXW. There's a ton of wrestling
and
that
get
we
our
get
new 8x10
Come meet us. We'll sign it
from
for you.
what's his name?
from Tariq at Lux Design and
Lux
Media.
Design. Yeah,
Amazing job that they're doing over there.
very cool.
We are spoiled with wrestling on the East Coast. We don't realize it, but we are. If you're anywhere on the East Coast, come check out what independent wrestling we have. We'll see you next week.
Later.